Shalom Aleichem, everyone. Good Tavach. Shavua Tov. We're continuing in another week of Hachzeg's learning of the Pele Yoetz. Today is day number 49, and we are holding in the chapter of Achilu Shasir, eating and drinking, how to eat and drink the way that HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants a yid to eat and drink. A person should be careful to eat what is necessary for their sustenance, to sustain them. Don't just eat to fill up your stomach with gluttony and overeating. We don't eat like that. Because if you overeat, so the evil is lurking and awaiting you. Anyone who crawls on their stomach, so to speak, they are building a foundation for the Yetzer Hara, which means if you overindulge in the world of eating, of pressing away, as we would say, and you just eat and eat and eat, so you're asking for trouble. The Yetzer Hara begins running wild in a person, and there's no end to all of the delicacies and the treats and the sugar and the fat and the food that's unhealthy and so on and so forth that a person is going to pack away. Shechen Kosa Mukubalim, the mystics write, anything that a person adds on, extras to what he needs to satisfy himself, he adds koyach, power, to the sitra achra, which is like, I guess we'll call it like the satan, evil powers of this world, impure powers, and he strengthens the Yetzer Hara, which is getting the stronghold on him. And this, that a person just has regular meals that he just keeps adding on. Another bite of pizza, another bite of the steak, another piece of cake, and so on and so forth. With simchas mireus, or joyous times together with his friends, he adds a lot of strength to these evil forces that there are in the world. Just like when you do a mitzvah and you do something proper, you're adding in a lot of koyach, a lot of power above to HaKadosh Baruch Hu's heavenly courts and his throne and realm upstairs. And it's naseis baram if you do with more people around, and you do impact more people with the mitzvah. So there's a greater kvod shemayim, much greater honor and glory that will be to the heaven, to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Kol kavel dana haveira, anyone who ends up indulging in sin, shinaseis barabim halohi barabas, if you do it with many people, so then you increase the impact of the sin. Umaysefes koyach ala sitra achra, and you end up increasing the power to the sitra achra, to the evil, impure forces that are in the world. So says the Pele Yoetz, be very careful when you eat. You shouldn't overeat, you shouldn't indulge too much, and certainly don't do it with many other people around, because it just makes things worse. The wise men of Musar have taught us already. If a person eats more than they need to. Now again, as an American, this is very difficult for us to understand. We are used to all you can eat Chinese dinner on Sunday night. We are used to the large portions of the 20 and 40 ounce cowboy steaks. We are used to being able to we have, Baruch Hashem, we are not struggling in that way that they once upon a time were in the olden days. There's always seconds and thirds that are available. Even in the yeshivas, very often they have plenty of food for a person to eat. You go to the store, the shelves are stocked, filled with every delicacy, every treat that you could possibly imagine. All with, of course, the best hechshem, 6 or 7 of them, to make sure that you cover all of your bases. Mahadrin min mahadrin, in the olam hatayvas, in the world of pleasures and the like. So there's always food around. There's always something chadash. It always says something new that you can eat. A new product. Every day there's another new product, because we need to fulfill our taivas even more in this world. So says the Pele Yoetz, but you should know that the Chachmei HaMusar, Those that are wise in the world of Musa, they say, somebody who eats more than they need to, so they are bringing many evils upon themselves. Achaz, number one, you transgress the mitzvah about tashchis, don't waste food. Because since you're eating more than you need to, every bite of food that is more than your body needs to be able to run and serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that's called extra, that's called wasting. Furthermore, you're wasting your time eating extra. And also the digestive process will take longer as well. It might even be painful if a person is overloading in their stomach, and therefore you're not doing well. And if you damage your intestines as a result, your stomach, and you are then busy, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, eating and overeating and fressing and the like, what a waste of one's time, what a damage you're doing to your body, how much you're hurting yourself in this world. And if a person gets so sick from all of the overeating that they do, and they die, Rahman al-Itzlan, this person is held responsible and accountable for eating himself to death. And therefore, someone who wants to guard their soul and they want to be healthy, they must make sure that they stay far away from eating and drinking too much. Again, you go to a chasana and there's the shmork, and there are like 17 different stations, from the sushi to the carving station to the taco station to the Israeli station and everything that there is in between. And we load up one plate, and we finish that one off. We load up another plate, and we finish that one off, and another plate. And we say, oh, do I need more? Oh, they're going to serve dinner also? One more bite. Says the Pele Yoetz, be careful. You're damaging yourself, and you're hurting yourself, and you're spending so much time standing there and standing around and eating and wasting time. You could take a sefer and go sit on the side. You could probably learn all of Shas before they start the chuppah. And this person says to Pele Yoetz, if you really desire to be a healthy person, you value your life and your soul that it could be able to achieve and reach the accomplishments, spiritual greats and heights that it wants to accomplish, Yarchik me'achilu shesiyah maruba, stay away from overeating and drinking. Lo yoichel al kishiyira, only eat when you're hungry. Yeah, tell that to an American. Only eat when you are hungry. Now, when you walk into I was someplace the other day and we were there was a ton of food around, and I thought I was hungry, so I was taking some, and the other guy said to me, I'm not really so hungry. I said, you have to be hungry to eat. Now here you see in the words of the Pele Yoetz, yes, you have to be hungry to eat. You have to be hungry to eat, because otherwise it's called achila gasa. It is just gluttony. Don't eat until you're completely filled to the top. Stop a little bit before you have your fill. Because of our Ravid, and the Ravid, the great combator, I guess we'll call him one of the Rishonim that argues often on the Rambam. The Ravid writes, if a person is in the midst of eating a delicious, tasty food, a meal, and they stop eating before they are finished, because they want to bring atonement to their sins, it is as if a person is fasting and they are bringing their food on the altar of kapara, of atonement. Says the Ravid, and the Ben Yonah brings this down as well in his Yesod HaTshuva, that a person should not accustom themselves to fasting every day to break their desires, to bring about kapara, atonement for their sins and the like. Rather, what should you do? Every meal that you have, and today most of our meals have a little bit, at least salt, pepper, they have some taste, sweets and geschmack, everything is tasty. And there's nothing like that last bite that a person takes. That's the most geschmack bite of all. Says the Rabbi, don't bite. Don't take that last bite. And if you don't take that last bite, HaKadosh Baruch Hu consider it as if you have just fasted. Because you're in the midst of the eating ceremony, you're in the midst of the geschmack of food that you want, you're in the midst of your taivas are running wild and you want that last bite, you stop. Says HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that's a fast in my eyes. And it's as if the whole Suda that you used now was on a Mizbeach, it was on the altar, it will grant you Kapara. This wise person, who eats just to satisfy himself, he now is someone that is considered as if they have fasted. Someone who eats for the sake of heaven. He should not chase after things that are sweet to his palate, pleasing to his palate. But they will end up hurting his body. Sugar, it's not good for your body. Too much caffeine is not good for your body. Too much carbs and red meat and steaks and burgers and all the fatty food, it's not good for your body. Deep fried foods, French fries, pizza, onion rings, all the stuff that we end up eating, which has become the staple of the good frum Jew these days, it's not healthy for you. It's not good for a person. It's actually mazik l'guf. It actually hurts one's body. It puts on weight. It's not good for the cholesterol. It's not good for the arteries. It's not good for our energy. It's not good. So, ela achar moyel l'guf af al pi she'enu kol kach arev l'chika. Rather, you should go after the food that's going to be beneficial to you, even though it might not be the tastiest food in the world. It might not be the most enjoyable salad. Not everybody likes salad, but it's very healthy for you. Not everybody likes the white meat of the chicken, but it's healthier than the dark meat. Not everybody likes fish, but fish is better than meat and chicken. So even though the food might not be the most delectable that you like, nevertheless, if it's good for you, that's what you should try to fill yourself up with. And he goes on further, you have to be careful not to drink too much. Seems to be that he's talking over here about alcoholic beverages. It's like fire that will destroy a person. It is going to kill all of those that are entrenched in the drinking of spirits of alcoholic drinks. Rabim shasu, many drink. Shoyd shasu, they drink these bad drinks. Shoyd v'sheva bigvulam. Ravem v'ra la'olam, it's bad for them and it's bad for the world as well. Chazal explain the genus, the disgrace of those who are intoxicated beings. Ubefrat l'talmid chacham, all the more so to a talmid chacham. Yigdal ha'ke'evim yishta v'yetzeh min ashur ben amei aretz. It's even more painful and worse to see if a talmid chacham gets drunk and then he ends up going out of his shura, out of the line of judgment, and he ends up in the company of amaratzim, of the ignorant, who they drink anyway. Kishem shamayim yischal el yodai. The name of HaKadosh Baruch Hu is desecrated through him. Person who gets drunk, they act in silly ways. They say silly things. They act funny. They're not so serious. They can't remember. They can't daven, so on and so forth. What a chil Hashem if a Talmid Chacham does that. The ashrei maskil yechalkel devar b'mishpat. Fortunate is the one, the wise one, who ends up filling up his words with mishpat, with justice, and he does things in the right way. And that, says the Pele Yoetz, is the way that a Jew eats. He eats what he needs to, not what he wants to. He eats what's necessary and not more. He eats what is healthy and not which is unhealthy, because that much we can do to protect our bodies, because we only have one body to take care of the one neshama that HaKadosh Baruch has given us to fulfill our mission in this world. All the best.